Ip Man, the Wing Chun Grandmaster, versus Rocky, the Italian Stallion. Who would win in this matchup? I'm going to break down the strengths and weaknesses and find out who would win in this matchup. Ip Kaiman, or known as Ip Man, was born on October 1st, 1893. He is a Chinese martial artist who specializes Wing Chun, a form of close-quarter system of self-defense and primarily focuses on speed and precision. Ip Man became a teacher of the martial art of Wing Chun when he was just only 20 years old. He taught the art of Wing Chun to many students, and one of his students is the late legend Bruce Lee. But in this fictional universe of Ip Man, we see him fight against 10 black belts at once, other martial art masters, a heavyweight boxing champion, a military sergeant, and of course, Mike Tyson. The Ip Man series expands over 4 movies and 1 spin-off movie that I feel like people forget is Master Z, Ip Man Legacy, the antagonist from the 3rd movie. Ip Man has done it all, but unfortunately he passed away in December 2nd, 1972 due to throat cancer, just 1 year before Bruce Lee's passing in 1973, and 3 years before the rise of Rocky in 1975, and that's what we're going to head on to next. Rocky Balboa, the Italian Stallion, started out as an enforcer for a loan shark and a local club fighter, but one day he received the news that he is offered to fight against Apollo Creed, the heavyweight champion at that time. At first, he was hesitant, but he accepted the offer, which would later change his life. Rocky Balboa would go on to have a successful boxing career, fighting Apollo Creed 3 times. First time he lost by split decision, the second he won by the way of knockout, the third was kept a secret until it was revealed in Creed that Apollo won the 3rd match. He also defeated the likes of Clubber Lang, Ivan Drago, the Russian machine, who was assumed to be unstoppable until Rocky knocked Drago out in the 15th round, which says a lot about Rocky's stamina since at that time, 15 rounds was the norm. Rocky also had other fights such as Tommy Gun, which took place in the streets, in which he won. Another in 2006, he fought Mason Dixon and lost by split decision, and mind you, he was about 60 years old at that time, which is insane. And lastly, he fought against Hulk Hogan or Thunder Lips in a wrestling mixed boxing exhibition match, which resulted in a draw since it's not a professional bout. For his strength, it's gonna have to be his defense. I mean, have you seen him take all these punches with just his face? Joking aside, his biggest strength is his willpower. It's unlike anything else in the world, which throws his opponent off, giving them a false sense of security. His weakness is obviously gonna have to be his defense. He hardly puts up a guard, and pretty much in every fight he always ends up with a cut, bruise, or have a swollen eye. If Rocky's defense is not great, then that means he lacks the reaction time when punches come at him. For Ip Man's strength, it's gonna have to be his speed. Ip Man has always displayed insane superhuman speed, which helps him find openings to his opponent and catch them off guard with his flurry of punches. And for his weakness, it's gonna have to be his age. In the first Ip Man film, he's already in his late 30s and early 40s, and in the second film, it's stated that this took place in 1949 when Hong Kong was still under British colonial rule, which makes Ip Man 56 years old, which is insane for his age. If these two were to face off, they're gonna have to be in their best performance, so I'll take Rocky from the 4th movie against Ip Man from the 2nd movie. I would consider choosing Ip Man from the 1st film before he was shot, but the 2nd film gave him more experience when it comes to fighting boxers like he did in the 2nd film when he fought Twister. Rocky would be 5'10" and weighs at around 200 pounds and would be 38 years old, and Ip Man would be 5'4" and weighs about 120 pounds and is 56 years old. And with those stats, Rocky is at a clear advantage. He's taller, heavier, and technically stronger, but this 56-year-old is built different. Twister is around the same as Rocky. He's around the same height and weight, and the way Ip Man defeated Twister is by his impressive fighting knowledge and precision, by striking his weak points, discombobulating Twister with his strikes, and this would be all too much for Rocky to handle. But unfortunately, Ip Man doesn't have a strong chin, as it was displayed during that fight. And also, that fight only lasted 3 rounds as Ip Man stopped Twister. So my question for Ip Man is, can his stamina keep up to 15 rounds at the age of 56? Which, the answer is most likely going to be no, so someone is going to get stopped. And for Rocky's case, he has been stopped early when he fought against Clubber Lang for the first time in the 2nd round. And also, there would be kicking, I'm not sure, because I just want to even the playing field to make up for his old age and his fragile body. They would fight in the same format with Rocky fought against Thunder Lips, so there would be a bit of crossover. So with all that out of the way, who would win in this match? Realistically, Rocky should be the one winning. He's got the better stats, he's bigger, he's stronger, he's taller, so realistically he should be the one winning, but we're talking about Ip Man. And if we include kicks in this fight, I would say Ip Man would win in the early rounds, but if it goes any longer than that, then I would have to say Rocky would be the one winning, because he's got the endurance. He's got the most, insane endurance that any fighter has. But again, kicks or without kicks, if I don't include kicks, this would be a close matchup, but I would have to lean on it with Rocky if Ip Man is not allowed to kick. But kicks are allowed, then Ip Man should be the one winning. It kind of goes both ways. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below for sure. So overall, I would have to say Ip Man as the winner against Rocky. If we're doing this in a mixed martial arts boxing kind of crossover fight, then yeah, there's no way then Rocky's gonna keep up with Hitman, because Rocky has no experience in, you know, grappling or anything like that. I mean, he kind of did, you know, put Hulk Hogan in a chokehold for a moment, but other than that, there's no way that Rocky can keep up, besides, you know, being a punching bag. But who knows in this potential matchup. Hitman is just faster, more precise with his strikes, and I'm pretty sure he's been able to figure out Rocky's fighting style pretty early in the fight, so he can find some counters or any loopholes he can take advantage of, and, you know, just shut him down the way that he did against Twister by, you know, shutting his muscles down, stiffening his arms up, making it hard for him to move, and, you know, discombobulate him in the head without having to throw a punch, more like a kind of like a peck strike. But who knows, in this potential matchup again, I would have to say Hitman as the winner. Agree or disagree? Definitely let me know in the comments below anything that I missed out on for either character, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.